Somebody about kissed me.
Hey everyone. So what if I was to tell you that humans are killing the planet? Because unfortunately that is happening. We are causing pollution and that leads to contamination, health problems, harm to animals and plants. There are ways that we can stop this, and I'm going to get into that. But first we're going to talk about the different types of pollution. There's air pollution, soil pollution, and water pollution. Air pollution is caused by fuels like fossil fuels from your vehicle coming out of the exhaust. Like say you're sitting there idle in your car and the fumes coming out. That causes air pollution. Another type of pollution is soil pollution, which is caused by like fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides that farmers or people spray on their crops, like the produce that we have in our stores. They usually tell you to rinse them off because they spray that stuff with fertilizers and with pesticides, insecticides. Like, yes, insecticides are great because they keep bugs away, but they're not good for you. Like, you're not supposed to consume any type of chemical like that. Pesticides and fertilizers can cause problems as well in the long run if you consume them. Another type of pollution is water pollution. That's probably the most common type of pollution because, for one, littering. Littering is so big. Like, so many people are littering right now and it's not good. It's really just doing so much damage to the environment and nobody really knows about that, and so I'm here to tell you about it. We cause water pollution not only by littering, but improper disposal of like debris, which also like pollution runoff. So like the pesticides and the fertilizers that I was talking about before, say somebody was to spray fertilizer on their lawn to try to get the grass to be greener, well, say it rained and all that rainwater carried the fertilizer into like a lake or a river or the ocean, that's polluting the water. That is contaminating the water that fish swim in, that we might drink, anything. And another type of water pollution is from oil spills. That's a big one. That kills a lot of animals and stuff as well. Now that you know the different types of pollution, let's talk about what it does to us. So air pollution is really bad because it's affecting the ozone layer, which is what, like, the temperature of the planet right now is so high. We have such high temperatures right now because of air pollution, and it's not good. That's essentially what's going to lead to the end, like everybody talks about, which we can prevent that, by the way. Air pollution also affects like allergies. That causes allergies, like the debris in the air, the particles in the air. And if we breathe that in, if we breathe in like the small particles, that can cause like allergies and nose problems, throat problems. You also have large particle matter that comes from air pollution, which is higher risk. It causes cancer, heart problems, brain damage. It's all kinds of stuff. Not good for you. It can kill you. Soil pollution. Like I said, the fertilizers and the pesticides, that affects the food that we eat. If we weren't to rinse off our food and we ate that stuff, it can be very life-threatening. It can kill you. It causes plenty of health problems. There are, in the pesticides and the fertilizers, there's carcinogens which cause cancer. So that's why a lot of people these days are developing cancer, because of the stuff that we are polluting. that's cancerous stuff, and so we've been consuming that all these years, and that's why everybody's getting cancer these days, because we're putting harmful chemicals on food instead of just growing them naturally, because we're trying to grow them in larger amounts or bigger sizes, bigger portions, but really we're just doing more harm. Water pollution is probably the most dangerous right now. We have about 1.8 million people died from water pollution in 2015. 80% of our fresh water is contaminated. We only have like a 1.1% access to fresh water right now. So we're becoming limited on it because of water pollution. The trash that is in the ocean is causing animals to suffocate, drown. Also, the oil is affecting animals, and also it affects the plants that are in the ocean that fish consume. So, I mean, it's just like a chain. The fish eat the contaminated plants in the ocean, they become contaminated, we eat them. We eat the fish, they eat that stuff, we become contaminated. So the water that we drink, there's plenty of places right now where you can't even swim because the water is so polluted. So now that we went over like what can happen to us, it makes you wonder, like, what can we do to prevent this? What can we do to stop this? There's a few things. For air pollution, try different ways of transportation. Instead of driving your vehicle everywhere, you could try public transportation, or walking or riding the bike, which are probably the two best ways to get around without causing fuels to be in our ozone layer. For soil pollution, try more natural ways to grow your crops. Another way to prevent pollution is to use reusable, recyclable things, such as like glass or reusable containers. That helps a lot. Try to stay away from plastic and paper as much. For water pollution, stop littering. Even if you're not the one to litter, you can always walk around and pick up the trash yourself. One man litters and you can be the one to help save our planet by just picking up his trash. So there's plenty of things that you can do. You can always get on the internet, look up places that, like, there's plenty of websites out there that are strictly dedicated to ending a certain type of pollution. If you care about yourself, your health, your family, your friends' health, the environment, then you will do what you need to do to help stop or reduce pollution. Because in the long run, it will really save us a lot. Thank you.